Enthusiastic, warm, "Hey there, I'm here to help you out. Just ask me anything, and I'll do my best to find the answer." The fire started small, just smoke curling under the bedroom door. I grabbed my phone, but it was dead. Of course, I ran to the hallway yelling, "Liam, Eva, the kitchen, it's burning." No answer. The smoke grew thicker, wrapping around my throat like a noose. I coughed, covered my mouth with my sleeve, and stumbled toward the stairs, but they were already glowing orange. "Liam," I screamed, louder this time, "I'm still up here." And then I heard it. Downstairs, a voice. "Do you have everything?" It was Eva. "Yeah, let's go," Liam said. Calm, too calm. I froze, no footsteps coming up, no urgency in their tone, just leaving. "I think she's still inside," Eva whispered. "She'll get out. If not, it's too late, we have to go." "What?" "Liam," I shrieked again, banging on the wall, coughing hard. "Don't leave me." I ran to the window, yanked the curtain, and waved it through the broken glass. "I'm here, somebody help me." But when I looked down, I saw them, Eva clutching Liam's arm. Liam not even looking back, just walking away, fast, and then they were gone. I think something inside me snapped, not from the heat, not from the fear, but from the betrayal. I wasn't dying in a fire, I was being murdered by love. The ceiling cracked, something heavy fell in the hallway. Flames rushed in, licking the walls, melting picture frames. My legs gave out, and I crawled toward the bathroom. It felt safer there. I slammed the door, turned on the shower, and curled up beneath it, my skin stinging from the heat in the air. My eyes burned, my lungs burned, my heart, God, my heart was a war zone. "Why?" I whispered to no one. "Why would you do this to me?" I closed my eyes and saw Liam's face, the way he used to hold me when I cried, the way he swore he'd never hurt me. "I'll always protect you," he said. "You're my everything." Liar. And Eva, my sister, my best friend, my shadow growing up. She used to braid my hair and cry when I got hurt. They both left me for dead, and in that moment I made a decision. If I survive this, I won't be the same. I won't forgive. I won't forget. Faint, but coming closer. I didn't know how long I stayed like that, shivering under cold water while the world burned around me. But then I heard shouting, heavy boots, a crash. "We got one in here." A gloved hand touched my shoulder. "She's alive. Get the stretcher." Voices blurred. Oxygen mask, gurney wheels, flashing lights, rain on my skin. I blinked at the paramedic hovering over me. "Can you hear me?" he asked. I nodded slowly. "Name?" he asked gently. I opened my mouth. Nothing came out. My throat was sandpaper and soot. He leaned closer. "It's okay. You're safe now." But I wasn't safe. They thought I was dead, and I was going to let them. I woke up 3 days later in a hospital bed, bandaged from neck to ankles. A nurse was adjusting my IV. "You're awake," she said softly. "Don't try to talk. Your throat's injured. But you're stable. You're lucky to be alive." Lucky? What a joke. She smiled kindly. "You'll recover. Slowly but fully. You're strong." I blinked once. That was all I could manage. The nurse leaned in and whispered, "No family has shown up yet. But someone will come. Just rest." No family. Of course, Liam probably told them I died. Maybe he even cried while doing it. 2 more days passed. No visitors, no flowers, not even a message. But I did see the news. A muted TV in the corner played a report. Tragic house fire. Young woman presumed dead. Fiancé and sister safe. Cause unknown. They showed a photo of me, smiling, unaware, in love. Liam stood at the vigil, arm around Eva, looking broken. Fake tears. I saw through it now. He planned this. They both did. And they won. Or so they thought. That night I stared at the ceiling and whispered to myself, "I am not dead. Not yet. Not yet." Mom, the 7th day, Nurse Clara returned with a sad smile. "No one's coming, huh?" she said gently. I gave her a faint shake of my head. "Would you like to make a call?" I pointed at the TV screen, my face on it again. Clara's eyes widened. "That's you, isn't it?" I nodded. She took a deep breath. "Do you want me to tell the police? The press?" I stared at her, then slowly shook my head. She looked confused. "Why?" I scrawled shakily on a notepad beside me. "Let them believe I'm dead." Clara's eyes welled with tears. "Sweetheart, are you sure?" I nodded again, then added, "Help me disappear." A long moment. The old me died for real, and something colder, stronger was born. The hospital room felt quieter after I made the choice. Let them mourn the version of me they killed. Let them bury their lies with my name on the tombstone. I wasn't going to chase justice. I was going to become it. Nurse Clara sat beside me again the next morning, holding my chart, eyes soft. "You're stable enough to be moved," she said, "but your burns, you'll need months of care, and you're not listed under any insurance now." I blinked. "They filed a death certificate. Officially, you're gone." I smiled inside. "Good." She hesitated. "You sure you still want to disappear?" I nodded. "Okay," she said, her voice steady now. "Then I'll help you." For the next few days, Clara became my shield. She got me moved to a private ward, told staff I was part of a confidential case, said my name was Jane Doe for protection. She even whispered to me, "I had someone I trusted once too. He ruined everything. You're not alone." I couldn't speak, but I squeezed her hand. She understood. When Dr. Patel came in later, he looked over my chart and frowned. No ID, no records, no visitors. We should contact authorities. Clara stepped in. She's part of a domestic abuse case. Let's follow trauma protocol. Dr. Patel's face softened. All right, but once she's stronger, she'll need to find shelter. I scribbled a note again. I'll be gone before then. He nodded silently, handing the paper back. 2 weeks later, my voice returned, raw, cracked but mine. I stared into the mirror in the hospital bathroom. My reflection scared me. Half of my left cheek was pink and tight. My eyebrows were gone. My hair, once thick and black, had been shaved away to treat the burns. But it was still me, scarred, but alive. Clara brought in an old phone one evening. It's clean, no SIM card. Use it on Wi-Fi only. I nodded. She left the room, and I searched their names. Liam Hawthorne, public morning posts. Forever heartbroken. I lost the love of my life. Liar. Eva Dawes. Profile picture with a black ribbon. Caption. I miss you every second, sister. Which, they were living their best lives, and me, sitting in silence, face wrapped in gauze, identity erased. But not for long. That night, Clara sat down next to me again, brushing my hair gently. You'll need new documents if you're going off-grid, she said. I might know someone. She works with shelters, sometimes helps women restart. I whispered, how do I pay her? She takes other kinds of payment, Clara said quietly. Stories, secrets. I'll vouch for you. My eyes met hers. I'll do whatever it takes. The woman's name was Mira. She came into the hospital in a gray hoodie and dark glasses, like she'd stepped out of a spy movie. She spoke low. You want out? I nodded. Name. I paused, then whispered, call me Raven. She smirked. Dramatic. I like it. She handed me a blank envelope. Inside is your new life. Use it wisely. I opened it slowly. A temporary ID, a new name, a bus pass, a prepaid phone, a contact. Mira tilted her head. Burn scars are a blessing in this game. No one ever questions why you look different. My stomach tightened. She was right. After she left, Clara leaned over. She's harsh, but she's kept dozens alive. Thank you, I whispered. Clara hugged me gently. Don't thank me yet. Just promise me one thing. What? Don't let the hate eat you. Turn it into something that feeds you instead. On the last morning, I walked out in a thrift store hoodie, jeans and tinted glasses. No one stopped me. No one recognized me. No one called my name because it didn't exist anymore. I took the bus out of town and sat by the window, watching buildings fade into trees. The pain throbbed under my skin, but the fire inside me had stopped burning. Now it smoldered. I stayed in a women's shelter under the name Raven Matthews. It was cold, crowded, but quiet. I spent my days researching quietly on the phone Clara gave me, watching Liam's company grow, seeing Eva appear in the background of press photos, her smile smug, her hand on his. They were already planning a wedding, a tribute to love surviving tragedy. My death made them famous. I kept a notebook with one list. Step 1, steal back what they stole. Step 2, destroy everything they built. Step 3, leave no trace. But I didn't just want revenge. I wanted control. I wanted power, and I wanted them to watch everything fall apart while still believing I was 6 feet under. That night I stood outside the shelter and looked up at the stars. I died once, I whispered, but this time I'll be the one setting the fire. It was a cloudy morning when I walked through the cemetery gates. I wore all black. A scarf covered my healing face. My hands trembled inside leather gloves. I looked like someone grieving, and I was, but not for me. I was grieving for the girl I used to be. I kept to the back, behind the trees, near a stone angel with a broken wing. No one noticed me. Everyone was too focused on the casket at the front. Mine. There it was, white, decorated with fake lilies, topped with a giant photo of me from college, smiling, naive, alive. Thank you all for coming, the pastor said, voice gentle. Today we remember a bright, beautiful soul taken too soon. My mother dabbed her eyes. She wore black too, but not sadness, just makeup and pearls. Her voice carried in the wind. She was always sensitive, always needed too much. Next to her stood Eva, perfect hair, delicate tears, a black lace veil that screamed drama more than grief. She leaned into Liam like a queen in mourning. My stomach churned. Liam stood straight, like a statue, fake pain etched on his perfect face. He cleared his throat. She was my fiancée, my best friend, my home. Losing her, I feel like I lost myself too. You lost me the moment you walked away. I dug my nails into my palm, forcing myself not to scream. She was brave, Eva said, stepping forward, voice soft. Even when things got hard, she always tried to smile. She never gave up. Except I did give up. When you shut that door and left me to burn. Aunt Hilda stepped forward, wrinkled, shaking, tears real. She was more than brave, she was kind. She deserved better. Amen. She was the only one who meant it. After the ceremony, I watched from behind a tree as the crowd began to scatter. Some people cried, some just checked their phones. Liam and Eva stayed behind, alone. He lit a cigarette. That went better than I thought. Eva smirked. You're a good actor. You think they bought it. They think I'm the devastated sister, she said, shrugging. And you're the broken fiancé. What's not to believe? I wanted to scream, but I held it in. I needed to watch, to learn. Once the estate clears, Liam said, we're set. Eva looked toward the casket. She always did like the spotlight. They laughed. Over my grave. I left before they could see the fire in my eyes. That night, I stared at the ceiling of the shelter bunk bed, fingers twitching. They had everything now. My name, My money, my story, I was erased, but I wasn't gone, not yet. The next morning, I called the number Clara slipped into the bottom of the envelope. A man answered. Yeah, I need to disappear better, I said. My voice still rough. I need a new name, new ID, new everything, something that passes more than pity checks. Long silence. Then, how much do you know? Enough to make it worth your time, he chuckled. All right, meet me downtown, wear a hat, smelled like coffee and cigarettes. You're the dead girl? He asked as we sat in the back of an old bookstore. Not anymore. He looked impressed. Good answer. I slid him a flash drive. That's my digital footprint. Erase it. He raised a brow. And what do I get? I leaned forward. The passwords to Liam Hawthorne's private accounts. That got his attention. Mine in Chocobus. In the days that followed, Raj worked fast. New ID, Maya Lane. New face, not surgically, but digitally. Just enough edits to confuse any basic scan. New files, employment history, rental records, even fake selfies. By the time he was done, I didn't exist, but Maya did. Maya did. I stared at the ID one night. The photo was plain, neutral lips, flat eyes, but underneath, there I was. The fire didn't kill me, it sharpened me. Then I bought a gray wig, some cheap makeup, and walked into a job fair Liam's company was sponsoring. Their latest venture, Hawthorne Future Tech. Tech company, big money, flashy brand, built on stolen insurance, stolen blood, stolen me. I approached the recruiter and smiled. I'm Maya, interested in admin work. The woman behind the booth nodded. We're hiring. Entry-level assistant roles. You free for an interview? I handed her a fake resume. I'm ready now. That afternoon, I sat across from a polished HR manager. She glanced over the file. You have minimal experience. I'm a fast learner, I said calmly. I don't ask questions. I don't make mistakes. She smiled. We like that. She tapped her screen. You'll be assisting our CEO directly, Liam Hawthorne. My heart skipped. Is that a problem? She asked. I smiled. Not at all. The lobby of Hawthorne Future Tech was glass, steel and ego. Sleek black floors, marble desk, a giant digital wall looping Liam's face as he introduced the company's vision for the future. Built on lies, I thought, staring at him from the elevator. Your badge, Miss Lane. The front desk girl smiled. You'll be on the top floor. Perfect. I adjusted my gray wig, pulled my blazer tighter, and stepped into the elevator. Each floor ding echoed like a countdown. I wasn't just walking into my past, I was infiltrating it. When I stepped off the elevator, a man in a crisp blue suit glanced up from his desk. Tall, clean-shaven, sharp cheekbones. New assistant? He asked. I nodded. Maya, starting today. He stood and extended a hand. Owen, I handle all internal ops for Liam. Welcome to the circus. His handshake was firm, but his eyes lingered on me a second too long. Not suspicion, curiosity. Wallop there. I've seen a lot of assistants come and go, he said as we walked toward the main office. If you can handle Liam's moods, you'll survive. I'm good with difficult people, I replied. He smirked. We'll see. Then the door opened, and there he was, Liam, leaning over a desk, flipping through papers, same smug energy he wore at my funeral. He looked up. That the new girl? Owen nodded. Maya Lane. Liam turned to me, eyes scanning. You've worked in tech before? No, I said calmly. But I'm fast, organized and invisible when I need to be. He chuckled. Good, I hate chatter. Same Liam, arrogant, dismissive. He didn't recognize me. He waved a hand. You'll manage my calendar. Meetings, press and whatever Eva needs. Eva too? Of course. Still leeching off what they stole. I nodded. Understood. Start with coffee. Liam added. 2 sugars, no cream. I almost laughed. I remember, I muttered under my breath. What? Nothing, I said quickly. Right away. My desk was right outside his glass office. I could see his every move, hear every call, track every lie. It was like working for the devil with front row seats to his kingdom. 2 days in, I'd memorized his passwords. By the end of the first week, I had access to internal systems. Every file, every payment, every secret, including a series of backdoor payments labeled ED, Eva Dawes. My name should have been on those transfers. My name was on the life insurance they cashed out. During lunch, I found an empty conference room and dialed Raj. He answered on the first ring. You in? Deeper than I thought. How much can you move? Not yet. I need patience. Fine, he said, but watch your steps. If Liam smells a rat. I'm not a rat, I interrupted. I'm the ghost he buried. That night, I walked past Eva in the hallway. She wore a cream suit and fake pearls. She was laughing with some board member, voice sugary sweet. Her eyes skimmed over me, not even a flicker of recognition. I wanted to scream, it's me, I'm right here, but I didn't. Not yet. The next day, Owen stopped by my desk. You work quiet, he said. Is that a complaint? He smiled. No, just you feel familiar. My throat tightened. I get that sometimes. He stared at me. Where'd you say you're from? I didn't, I replied. Coffee? He laughed. Sure. In the break room, I watched him stir his drink. You really don't talk much, he said. Not a fan of small talk. Neither was she. My heart paused. Who? His eyes flicked up. Never mind. He walked away. Back at my desk, I stared at my reflection in the dark glass. Did he see it? The tilt of my jaw? The burn just beneath the makeup? That weekend, I stayed late after everyone left. I logged in with Liam's credentials and downloaded 6 months of internal transfers. Millions moved from offshore accounts, shell companies, Fake contracts, all tied to my death. I copied everything onto a flash drive and tucked it into my bra. As I left, I ran into Owen by the elevator. "You're working late," he said, trying to impress the boss. He nodded slowly. "You're not who you say you are you?" The elevator dinged. I stepped inside. "Aren't we all lying about something?" The doors closed. He didn't follow. At home, I opened the files again. My throat tightened. They'd transferred the last of my father's inheritance to a fake foundation, Eva's Healing Hearts. Disgusting. My father built that wealth with his hands, and they used it to build lies. I called Raj. "They're open," I said. "Every vault, every skeleton." His voice was low. "Ready to move?" I stared out the window. City lights blinked like warning signs. "Not yet," I said. "Let them dance a little longer." 2 days later, Eva brushed past my desk. She paused. "Have we met before?" she asked, head tilted. "Don't think so," I said, voice steady. She narrowed her eyes. "You look familiar." I smiled politely. "I get that a lot." She walked away. And just like that, the countdown began. I didn't need to set anything on fire this time. I just needed to whisper. "Hey Owen," I said casually as he walked by my desk. "Looks like Liam missed his 2 p.m. call with the Singapore investors." He stopped. "Again." I shrugged. "His schedule's been a little messy." He sighed. "I'll handle it." He wouldn't realize until later that I had never added that meeting to the calendar, but the seed was planted. Doubt. A mysteriously deleted client brief. I never touched anything twice, never in the same department. It was subtle enough to cause tension, but not blame. I needed them to implode, not point fingers. By Wednesday, Eva was pacing in Liam's office, voice sharp. "You said the investor contract was signed." "It was." Liam snapped. "Ask Owen." I did. "He says it's missing pages." I kept typing at my desk like I wasn't listening, but I was. Every word. That evening, Owen stopped me by the copy room. "You're organized, right?" I nodded. "You've seen anything weird? Files disappearing? People snooping?" I tilted my head. "You think someone's sabotaging?" "Maybe," he muttered. "Or maybe Liam's just slipping." I hesitated, then said softly, "Sometimes, people who look strong are just hiding cracks." He stared at me. "I know that voice," he said suddenly. My heart stuttered. He squinted. "Did we meet before?" I turned toward the copier. "No, you'd remember me." Back in the office, I forwarded the investor's unsigned draft to a burner email, just enough to raise questions, not enough to trace. That night, I called Raj. "Eva's starting to panic," I whispered. "Liam snapping at everyone. Owen's watching." "Want me to leak something?" he asked. "Not yet. Let the suspicion grow. You're playing a dangerous game, ghost girl." "I'm not playing," I said flatly. "I'm hunting." Doors start Thursday morning. I found Eva at my desk. She leaned close. Too close. "You're the assistant, right?" "Yes," I replied coolly. "You've worked here, what, a month? Almost 2. She smiled. Funny. I usually remember faces. I kept my voice steady. "I get that a lot." She stared harder. "Where are you from?" "Nowhere special. I don't like secrets." I met her eyes. "Then you shouldn't have so many." Her lips tightened. She walked off without another word. By Friday, things were unraveling. The marketing head resigned. The board was asking questions. A major investor pulled out. Liam blamed Owen. Eva blamed Liam. Owen said nothing, but he started watching me more closely. "Lad was come to my office," he said quietly that afternoon. I followed. He closed the door, sat across from me. "Who are you?" "Maya Lane." "No," he said. "I've checked. That identity's patched together. Public records don't match. Your ID's clean. Too clean." I stayed silent. He leaned in. "You're not here to work. You're here for something." I met his gaze. "Maybe I am." He blinked, then said, "Are you going to hurt him? Would it matter to you if I did?" He leaned back. "Depends. On why." Silence stretched between us. Then I said quietly, "Have you ever been left to die?" His face changed. "I have," I continued. "And the people who did it, they're upstairs, living a dream they built with my corpse." He whispered, "I knew it. You're her." "No," I said. "She died in the fire. I'm what came back." Owen didn't speak for a long time. Finally, he said, "I won't stop you." I looked at him. "Why?" "Because I saw what they did. I didn't know the whole truth, but I saw enough." "You said nothing." "I was afraid," he admitted. "But I'm not anymore." That night, I moved fast. Raj and I diverted $200,000 from an offshore holding into a frozen crypto wallet. Anonymous. Undetectable. I uploaded falsified contracts to the system, pointing toward Eva as the one making illegal wire transfers. Just enough to raise alarms. Monday morning, chaos exploded. The accounting team discovered irregularities. Eva screamed at Liam in the hallway. "You think I'd do this? You're on all the logs. You set them up. I don't even handle those accounts." I stood at my desk, typing calmly as alarms rang in the background. "Get legal on the phone," Liam barked. "And tell Owen I want every file checked." I walked into his office and handed him a folder. "What's this?" he snapped. "Client call notes," I said, "and a letter. From a whistleblower." He opened it. His face paled. It wasn't from me. It was from Anonymous, describing illegal activity, corruption, fraud, with links to fake files I planted. He looked up. "Who gave you this?" I shrugged. "It was left at the front desk. Thought you should know." By evening, Eva was gone, walked out in tears. Owen didn't show up. Liam was alone in his office, staring at the dark screen, his empire cracking, and I hadn't even touched him yet. I smiled. "Long week?" He laughed bitterly. "You have no idea." "Oh, Liam," I thought, "you really don't." The night of the gala was colder than usual. The wind bit through my dress, but I didn't feel it. I was already burning inside. Hawthorne FutureTech's 5-year anniversary was being held at a glass tower downtown. Spotlights lit the sky, red carpet, champagne, photographers. I arrived early, anonymous in a sleek black gown, hair pinned, face slightly masked. I looked like every other ambitious woman there, but I was the only one with a plan to end it all. Inside, Liam stood center stage in his perfect tuxedo, shaking hands, smiling like nothing was falling apart. He raised a glass, to vision, perseverance and love. The crowd applauded. My fingers curled around the USB in my purse. Love, he left me to die in a house full of flames. Iva stood by the champagne tower in a silver gown, fake smile glued on. She looked nervous. Good. The files I leaked to the board this morning were already working. They thought Eva embezzled millions. Liam thought she set him up. Soon they'd turn on each other completely. But first, the fire. I slipped into the service hallway, pulled out my phone, opened the security app Raj installed. With one tap, I tripped the building's emergency sensor. Stage lights flickered. Alarms echoed. Then came the voice. Fire detected on floor 17. Evacuate immediately. Panic. Guests rushed toward exits. Security scrambled. Glass heels clicked across marble like gunfire. I walked calmly through it all. Eva screamed. Liam, where are you? I'm trying to find the emergency key, he shouted. Don't leave me, she yelled. Then keep up. In the smoke-filled chaos, I made my way to the stairwell. I reached the 15th floor before I heard it. A crash. Screaming. The fire was real now. Controlled. Small, but real. Raj made sure it would burn fast, but not spread beyond one floor. Just enough for fear. Just enough for flashbacks. I turned the corner and saw her. Eva, trapped beneath a fallen display. Her ankle twisted. Dress torn. She looked up, eyes wild. Help, please. I didn't speak. Just stood there. She blinked. You. It's you. You're. I stepped forward. Say it. You're dead, she whispered. Not yet, I said. Don't let me die here. Like I almost did. Like you wanted me to. I crouched beside her. Do you remember the fire? The one you walked away from? She started sobbing. I didn't know. He said you were already gone. Liar, I whispered. Her voice cracked. It wasn't me. It was him. He planned everything. Maybe, I said. But you let it happen. And now look at you. She grabbed my wrist. I'm sorry. No, you're scared. Big difference. Footsteps thundered up the stairs. Liam burst in. His eyes widened when he saw me. You, he choked. Hello, Liam. He looked at Eva, then me. What the hell is going on? Eva sobbed. She's alive. She did this. He stared at me. How? How are you even? I crawled out, I said. Unlike you. He looked down at her. She's stuck. Help me lift. I stepped back. No, you want revenge? He snapped. Fine. Take it out on me. But don't let her die. Oh, I said softly. You mean like you let me die? He paused. The weight of it hit him. His voice cracked. I was scared. So was I said. The difference is, I didn't run. Sprinklers kicked on above us. The cold water drenched us all. I turned toward the stairwell. Liam shouted, wait, please. I looked over my shoulder. Let her go, he begged, please, but I already had. I walked away, down the stairs, out the back door, into the night. 10 minutes later, I watched the news feed on my phone. Fire breaks out during gala. CEO and partner hospitalized with minor injuries, investigation pending. I smiled. It wasn't about killing them, it was about making them feel what I felt. Alone, powerless, afraid. Back at the apartment, I opened my laptop, transferred the last $500,000 from Liam's shell account into my anonymous wallet, closed everything, burned the flash drives, deleted the system traces. It was done. An hour later, my phone buzzed, a message from Owen. I know everything. They deserved it. Just tell me you're okay. I stared at it for a long time, then typed, I'm alive, that's enough, and I turned the phone off. I stood in front of my own grave. The sky was overcast, the air still. The headstone read, in loving memory, of a beautiful soul, taken too soon. Funny. They made me sound like a gentle breeze instead of a woman they tried to burn alive. I knelt down, pulled a red flower from my coat pocket, and placed it at the base of the stone. Not out of sadness, out of respect, for the girl who died in the fire. The girl who trusted too easily, loved too deeply, stayed too long. I didn't cry. I felt light, not happy, just free. It had been 3 weeks since the gala. Liam and Eva were both out of the spotlight. Hawthorne FutureTech's board pushed them out quietly. No police, no public scandal. Too rich to fall hard, but not rich enough to stop karma from knocking. Their empire crumbled from within. The media speculated embezzlement, poor leadership, personal issues. No one mentioned me, because officially I was still dead. I rented a small place by the coast. No neighbors, no noise, just ocean and wind, and the quiet hum of new beginnings. Every night I walked barefoot along the sand, thinking about the girl I used to be. She would have forgiven them. She would have cried for weeks, maybe even gone back. But the version of me that emerged from the fire didn't live in shadows. She burned with clarity. The money I'd taken sat untouched in multiple accounts under new names. It wasn't about spending, it was about reclaiming. They used me as fuel. I took back the fire. 9 afternoon I got a letter in the mail. No return address, just my new name, Maya Lane. Inside was a small folded note. You were always the strongest one, Owen. I smiled. No promises, no questions, just truth. He knew everything, but he chose silence. That was his way of making peace with the past, and I was fine with that. Sometimes I wondered if Liam ever looked over his shoulder now, if Ava still woke up gasping from nightmares, if they saw my face in strangers. I hoped they did, not because I wanted them to suffer, but because I wanted them to remember what they lost, and who they created. I wasn't the same woman who walked into that house months ago. That woman wanted a wedding, a future, a family. She believed in loyalty, in love. I still believed in love, but not the kind that asks you to burn quietly for someone else's comfort. I believed in the kind of love you give yourself, the kind that makes you rise, even when they try to bury you. A storm was coming, but it felt beautiful, like a cleansing. My phone buzzed once, a new number, a simple message. Where are you? I didn't answer. I deleted it. Whatever guilt or curiosity they had now, it wasn't mine to carry. I looked around the little cottage. Blank walls, no photos, no past, and for once I didn't feel empty. I felt ready. I walked out of it. I closed the book, turned off the lights, and stepped out into the night.